Welcome back to the channel. Kind of bring you up to speed where we are and what we've got done. It's not been as much as I like, which is an old song, but that's the way it is. I wanted to show you where we are. We've also picked up quite a few new subscribers, and I'd like to welcome them to the channel. I'm glad to see you're following the 850. Hopefully you'll pick some things up or be able to contribute. So as you can see, one of the things that we've got done, we've got the front bumper reinstalled. It really makes a dramatic difference in the appearance. We did some things to it. Of course, I cleaned it all up, that's obvious. And if you recall from past videos, I already cleaned and refurbished the marker lights there with new bulbs and everything. Also put the beauty lights on the beauty rings on the headlights. They're not adjusted yet, so probably have to take those back off in order to be able to adjust the headlights, but that's not a big deal. I wanted to show you the center bar here. If you notice, it's not fastened in yet, and the reason for that is I may have to do some taking things back off again, and that's happened before, and I figured I'd just wait and secure it when the time comes. But it is installed. Also, these new bumper guards, they're both new. I removed the old ones and replaced them. Another thing that on this, you can see there's some O-rings that this slips into, and those overriders or whatever. And the originals, the OEMs, are like a hard plastic, and they were pretty much baked and broken when I took it out. And so I didn't want to put those back in, so I did some checking online, and Amazon has those rubber, I think they're 1-inch O-rings that have a split, and they fit right in there. I mean, and super cheap. It was like $5 for 10 of them or whatever. So anyway, that worked out really well. So those are nice and protected. Now, one of the things that I did with these winglets, the way they come around, I'll show you on the rear bumper what I'm talking about so you can get a good idea. If you look on the inside of the rear bumper, this one I have not addressed yet. I haven't cleaned up or done anything to it yet, but there's quite a bit of rust and dirt and all that on the inside of those. So I cleaned all that out, got all that rust out, and then I used the truck bed liner on the inside of those, coming all the way around, and that way they won't rust out again. So that was the plan. So I wanted to take care of that while I had them off. I'll do the same with the rear bumper when the time comes. Now I wanted to show you what we got done with some wiring. In the trunk here, we got all the wiring run from the headlights, the horns, the marker lights, and so forth, up through the firewall into under the dash. And what I did was I went ahead and wire loomed the wires, and I used red electrical tape, and I just did it by hand, did it myself. I couldn't find any wire loom that I was actually happy with, and I bought some, didn't care for it. So I thought this looked better. I'll show you from the other side too. And you can see there. So that means everything forward is pretty much ready to attach and go. And we have everything from, if you remember, from the engine compartment that's been run. The wiring from the engine compartment. I think I've had that in the last video. That's all going up. So they're ready to come together and where they go under the dash. Put a new, went ahead and installed the fuse block where it goes. It'll probably come back out when time comes to hook out all the wiring up, because I want to make sure that I get it in the right plugs and everything. So, but went ahead and put it into place for now. So that's where we are on that. Now I want to show you my solution to the gutter problem. If you remember, there was a metal piece that goes under here, sort of like a J channel, and it was rotted completely. It had to be removed. But making something like that's pretty tough, you know, that size and everything. So I've got this plastic J channel, which is fairly flexible, and painted it and everything. And then I've got to drill new holes for it, but it should fit in there like so, and hopefully that will solve that problem. And then this will all get painted. It'll all get repainted when I go to do the window frame and everything, because this has got to be redone, if you remember. Pretty obvious. Okay, now, and on the electrical, I want to go ahead and mention, I made a mistake. Previously I'd said that the flasher for the turn signals and all that was good. It was OEM, and I checked it again, and actually no, it was not good. It was bad. So I had to go ahead and buy a non-OEM one, and because I'm not going to pay those ridiculous, I'm not going to pay $50 to ship a $8 flasher from Europe, you know. So I just got one OEM that fits in this model, and everything will work just fine. Okay, what else we got here? We've got this valance. This is done. Went ahead and got that put back together. You can see there's the chrome strips on the top and the bottom, and I went ahead and put the emblem back on. That goes between the lights on the transom when that goes back in. Okay. Now, in the last video, I had misplaced the headlight switch ideogram here. It's not really installed yet. I just got it put on. But, and I couldn't find it, and didn't know what I was going to be able to do, how I was going to replace it, blah, blah, blah. But I found it. I found it by accident. It apparently had fallen down into the folded bottom of the cardboard box that I was keeping these parts in. And so when I went to replace the box, it fell out. I found it. So we're good to go on that, which is a real relief, because honestly, I don't know, short of buying in a complete new dash panel, I don't know how I would have got that thing. Alrighty. Now the other thing we did, I took the column switch off, and I was going to try to clean it up, which I did. But as you can see, I did the best I could, but there's still quite a bit of rust. The contacts look pretty had. Maybe it would have worked all right. I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked. Also, the lever arms were broken. I tried to patch them, but again, I don't care for the way it looked. So rather than put that back on the car, I went ahead and made the call and bought a new column switch. And you can see it here. And it's nice and pretty and nice and expensive. I think when I first bought this car, you could pick these up for like 110 bucks. And I think this one was like 179 now. So kind of keep that in mind when you're doing your project. Should I go ahead and get it now, or let the price keep going up on me? Because that's what happens. Anyway, I think that'll work great, and it certainly looks better. Now, speaking of getting new parts, we got really fortunate. This was by accident. This is a brand new, still in the box, OEM Fiat 850 Spider heater core. I found this online in a place in Europe that I've ordered some parts from, and it was not cheap. I think it was like 240 bucks or whatever, plus shipping. But they were really good about shipping, I will say. I thought they were really going to slam me with shipping, but it wasn't that bad. But anyway, as you recall, I mean, I have my heater core, but you know, it's been out of the car for 10 years. And I worried about that, putting that old heater core back in there and it leaking and everything getting ruined, or having to take and have it tested and record, which had probably been just as more than this new one. So I really feel fortunate just that I found this thing. So we've got that ready to go now, and I'm also going to go ahead and replace the heater valve. I bought a new one for it years and years ago, but again, like I said, it's been off the car for a long time. I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and put a new valve on there before I reinstall this thing. So if you think about it, we've got new radiator, new heater core, new lines. The entire cooling system on the car will be new. So I think that's great, and it's going to give me peace of mind too, to be honest. So is there anything else we need to? Oh yeah, we had a little bit of a dilemma when it came to these drain hoses. These are kind of unique to Fiats, and I bought these. These were used. The ones that came with that were in the car literally just fell apart, so I couldn't reuse them. Excuse me. So, but I did manage to find those two, which were in good shape, and put those in. But that still leaves me two drain hoses short that go underneath the dash. And you guys, if you already have an 850, you know what I'm talking about. So I could not find those, a replacement, used or otherwise. I looked and looked and looked, and I think I was just searching under 850 drain hoses, and I came across this hose here, which to me looks remarkably similar. Now maybe we'll have to see yet, but it's very flexible, it's very tough, it's corrugated, the color's pretty similar, and it will fit, should fit easily underneath there, and no one is going to see these because it's pretty much under, like I said, it's under the dash. But it's washing machine hose is what it is. It's a washing machine drain hose. So I'll just cut it to fit and use that. Now, if you don't think that'll work, or if that's a bad idea, let me know. But I think it should work fine, and look good, last long, So anyway, I believe that's where we are, folks. I don't think there's anything else that I need to go over. I mean, it may not seem like much in the video, but the bumpers and everything was really a lot of work. Needless to say, they don't want to go back on easily. And plus I had to do a lot of prep work on them. So I don't like to put things back on that are rusty, or that look bad or whatever. So anyway, that's where we are. I appreciate everybody subscribing and following. I hope that if you've got a project going, yours is going well. I'm in touch with several of you, and I always appreciate hearing or seeing your projects and your comments. It's a big part of this, and like I said, we've got some new subscribers, and I hope theirs is too. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. All right, have a good one.